God is gonna make an example out of you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. What's tea? Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and checking out my videos. If you are new to the channel, I just want to say welcome. If you are not new, welcome back, and thank you for coming back, y'all. It's your girl Jada Broyle, and today I'm gonna film you guys a couple videos. I got like two videos that I want to film, but before we go any further into this video, I need y'all to stop, like the video, comment if you want to make a comment, and subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe, guys. We on the road to 100 subscribers. We only got like 50-some subscribers, and I appreciate all the 50-some of y'all. But y'all subscribe if you like the content. Share with other people and get them to subscribe too. You also, as a lot of you would know, because I feel like a lot of you who follow me is my friends, or if you have referenced my other videos, I recently moved to the United States of America. So I was actually born in America, but I grew up in the Caribbean, right? And yeah, I moved here. So Grenada, I'm from Grenada, y'all. Grenada is actually my home. That's where I grew up. I went to school, I went to university, everything out there, and I was working a little while before I came back out here. I moved here in May of this year, 2024. We're in August, so June, July, August. Y'all, 3 months. It has been a 3-month child. So much has happened, good as well as bad. I'm so appreciative and thankful to God for all the good that has happened. And I had this idea of starting a series about moving countries, like just for people who move in countries and need advice and need stuff like that. Because usually when I got questions about anything, y'all, I'm chewing gum, don't mind me. I just had some like garlic pasta, and I'm about to go to work right now. It's Sunday and I'm about to go to work, so I just want to get my breath fresh because I gotta talk to customers and stuff. But I don't know about y'all, but when I'm starting something new or embarking on a new journey, or I need to find information for something, I usually come to YouTube. And I was trying to find information about moving to a new country although technically it's not a new country, but it's still new. I come here every year, but living here and coming here is two different things. So to me, it was moving different countries, moving different cultures, and I wanted to start a series about moving to a new country, moving to America. A lot of people want to move to America. God alone knows why. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, the real reason why I moved here is for opportunity. And I'm talking about opportunity in Grenada. Yeah, I was working a good paying job, I'm not gonna lie. It was toxic, as most jobs are, but I was working a good paying job for Grenada economy. And I mean, we got university, we got good education out in Grenada. I went to university out there and stuff like that. You know, quality of life is amazing, the people are amazing, the food is good, healthy lifestyle out there. But when it comes to in terms of choosing what you want to work for, you don't really have that choice because it's small. It's not because we're stupid and backward, it's just because it's a small island. It's not much. You can't say, okay, I'm gonna work in this company, I want to work here, I want to work there, or this is my passion and I want to work there, because it's not much options. But there is options of working good paying jobs. Like I said, I was working a good paying job. My parents live there, they're working good paying jobs. My friends live there. I got friends that are pharmacists, teachers, all of that, bankers, educators. They all work, doctors, they all work good jobs. But a choice, you know, of company you want to work for, what type of environment you want to work for. That's why I really moved here, and just like to have a different scenery for a while. So guys, this series that I'm starting is like just a series basically talking on how to basically move countries. And I'm filming this video. The video that I wanted to film today, I'm actually in my car right now. I left my notebook with it because I was on work writing it down, because it came to me while I was on work. And I actually left that notebook at home, and I'm 20 minutes from home, and I'm making up time to go into work. I work in about an hour. So I said, let me just film another video. So I was eating an Applebee's like 5 minutes ago, and I said, let me write down some notes so I could come film for y'all. So the first video that I wanted to put out was like how to plan to move and stuff, but y'all, it's in my notes home, so I'm gonna probably film that during this week, and y'all gonna get that next week. So the video that I'm gonna be filming today is 10 things I do as a black person in America. If y'all are living under a rock, if y'all have not seen the news, if y'all don't know human history, I don't know what to tell y'all, but America's a very racist country. Everybody know that. You don't even have to be living here. You don't even have to have no experience here to know that. Always on the news. They always killing black people. It's right. It's, you know what I mean? But what can we do? We just gotta live with it. So I just want to say, you know what? Nothing, like, bad things have happened already. I have had many racist encounters, not only within the last 3 months. Every time, like going to America, traveling all around the world. I had a super racist experience in France one time. But the important thing is how we cope with it, how we deal with it, how we live with it on a day-to-day basis. My experience hasn't been so bad, so yet, to the point that I don't want to live here anymore. But, you know, I just want to put out this video to talk about 10 things I do as a black person in America. And just to help people, you know, who probably dealing with this and it's like a culture shock to them. Now, guys, what I want to say is before, it's kind of a culture shock to me to be in a minority group. I'm not used to being in a minority group because I live in Grenada. We have white people in Grenada. We have Asian people in Grenada. We have a lot of... Grenada is very multicultural. But the majority of people in Grenada is black. So I ain't never experienced like noticing like, oh, I'm the minority here. It's not no other black people here. You know what I mean? But moving here, my coworkers are all white, majority. I only got one other black coworker in both my jobs. The people that I interact with are all white or lighter skin, or so it's noticeable, and people bring that up a lot, especially customers, especially in the place that I live. I live in a place where I think only 6% of the whole state is black. I live on the East Coast. I live in New Jersey. 6 or 18 or so. It's like a small number. It's not like a big percentage. So yeah. So I just want to give you guys some tips and some advice for how to deal with that for people that might be dealing with that. You know, if you move into America, this is one of the things you're going to face. Or if you move into a big country, this is one of the things you're going to face. So this is 10 things that I do as a black person in America. Okay, let's get started. So my first tip, the first thing that I do as a black person in America is, it has to do when I'm driving. I'm going to go with the most obvious ones first because you always hear the horror stories about police and black people, right? So the first thing I do is I keep my driver's license and my registration nearby while driving. What I mean by this is I keep my driver's license out, probably like right with me, keep my purse right here, and in my registration I keep it in a place where I don't have to be like moving a lot. Like let's say the police stop me and they ask for driver's license and registration, it's at ease. Like I don't have to, let's say I don't have to reach, if that makes sense, which is something that, you know, you shouldn't have a problem doing if they ask you for your stuff. But I always have it in close proximity just to avoid like nonsense. Like, you guys know what time it is with these police officers. Some of them, I like the law, guys. I don't want to get it twisted. I like the law, but sometimes they do a lot. Sometimes they really do be doing a lot. And so I just try to have my documents in my driver's license and stuff, especially when I'm driving. Especially when I'm driving to work. I just was driving down to work and 12 was all over the road. And I was like, oh my God. And the police up on this side, like when it's an ethnic group, they pull up like 12 deep just to like check license or or make an arrest. But some people be looking for it because some people be trying to fight with them, right? So that's the first thing I do. The second thing that I do ties into that really well. I don't argue with the police. I don't care. I care. But whether I'm wrong or I'm right, I want to be alive. So police pull me over is their job. You don't got to tell the police you was not doing nothing wrong. Why they pull you over for? It's their job description. They could pull you over to do a random search. They could pull you over to check your license and your registration. And I completely understand that, right? Or even in just regular settings, they doing their job. From the time it becomes argumentative, I don't engage in the argumentative. I just comply. Whether they accusing me of doing something wrong that I was not doing, I comply. It's better to be alive, wrong and alive, than dead and right. You feel me? You could sort this out after. They lock you up, go. They put in the cuffs on you. Don't argue with the police. Don't fight with them. Because as you start a fight, you got to look at it from their perspective too. Because being a devil's advocate, they don't know what they're getting into. They about to make an arrest. They about to do whatever. You making sudden movements. You being hostile. It's not a good look. They gonna start reaching for their weapon because that's how they was trained. But at the same time, a lot of them overdo it. So my advice was don't argue with the police. You'll sort it out later. Let them make the arrest because you want to be alive at the end of the day, okay? The third thing that I do is I try to be respectful to everyone. Respectful, but not making myself small. Respectful as in I try to have a different attitude than the average American. Americans are, what can I say? They're different. That's what I could say. And some of them, they think that their way, because they've never experienced other cultures or other countries, they think that their way of doing things is the only way, the best way, the holy grail. Everybody else is wrong. That's just their attitude. And it's not to blame them. The world put them on that pedestal, right? But I try to have a different attitude. I try to be respectful to everyone. And just to be kind. These people are not kind. In the southern states, though, the south of the United States, the people have a good attitude. Up on this East Coast, oh my God. Have you guys heard about New York girls? Do you know how New York girls talk to men? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of rate them. But they got attitude problems up on the East Coast, y'all. Okay? So the third thing is to be respectful to everyone. Thing is to work hard. Work hard. Your bills got to get paid. You know, you got to focus. It's not everything you could go with. You can't go to every event. You can't go to every trip. You can't hang out with your friend every weekend. Sometimes you're going to have to work. You got to work hard because a lot of people think America is like roses and petals and kisses and chocolate. It's not. Bills every week. You got to pay your bills. You got to pay attention because you could get so caught up in the life that you don't pay your bills, you don't work hard. You always gotta work hard and mind your business, okay? Work hard, mind your business as regards to paying bills and stuff. Acknowledge the racism that occurs. That's the fifth thing. So you gotta be aware of it. Like, it's certain things that people are gonna say to you, certain ways that you may go to. I had a experience recently that I went to an interview and they didn't want to pay me a certain amount of money, and then there was a white counterpart, and I had more stuff than her because I had more qualifications for the job and a longer time experience for the job, and she was being paid more. Because I asked about it, because I was like, the offer that they was giving me was like a little questionable. And I'm like, the only difference between us is I'm black and I have more experience and I have more skills for this job than her. That was on her resume and stuff like that. So it's certain things that's gonna, like, people are gonna say, like, a lady told me this week that I'm making her nervous. Like, child, So you gotta acknowledge the racism that occurs. You gotta be aware of it, because some people are just folly lolly lolly. Oh well, they don't mean anything. No, that's racism that you're experiencing. Okay. All right. Number 6 is speak up if things are happening that you don't like. So, for example, in the job, or just in settings like in the supermarket, or when you are out to eat or whatever, you gotta speak up, because there are things in place for people when racism occurs. And it's ever since what had happened to like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and stuff, like companies are like taking it seriously. Like people could get sued for being racist towards workers and stuff like that. So definitely know the laws and know what your company, who you're working with, your school, if you're going to your university, know what you can do in instances of racism, because there is always something that you can do, right? Number 7 is have documents in order at all times, which goes hand in hand with what I was saying about driving. But other documents that you're gonna need, like probably passports, green card if you're a green card holder, identification in places that you know they're gonna ask you for ID. Don't take risks. This is very important, because this is how we black people get caught up, right? Now, everybody always does something wrong sometime in their life. It could be something simple as driving. Like in New Jersey, I don't think you're supposed to drive in the outer lane for 2 miles or something like that. You're just supposed to use it to overtake and thing. Or you're supposed to do a U-turn. We have a lot of U-turns because we don't really do left turns here in some places. Don't take a risk and go do the left turn. Don't take a risk and drive in the lane for 5 miles, because you just never know what a white person is going to get away with, or somebody else who has a more appealing skin tone to society is going to get. You're not going to get away with it. And that's the time. You know how they say God going to make an example out of you? God is going to make an example out of you. Don't do it. If you know it's wrong and it could get you in problems, don't do it. You just don't participate in doing nothing that could implicate you. So at the end of the day, you won't be there. In Grenada, we say your name won't call. Your name won't call because it was not there. You feel me? Okay, number 9. Learn your area well and learn the rules well. Be very familiar with the rules, whether driving, the rules of your state, the rules of your town. Know the rules really well. Learn your area. Know which places is accepting to black people, know which places are not. Learn what schools are better, what schools are not, what jobs are better, what jobs are not, what events you should attend, which events you should not. Just learn the area really well and know the rules. Knowing the rules is really important, because you would know what you could be arrested for, or you would know what you could get in trouble for versus what you cannot. When you know stuff, knowledge is power. When you know the rules, nobody can really tie you up. Nobody could really try to scheme you, basically. The law is like a crazy thing, y'all. Okay, y'all. And the last thing, number 10, accept who you are and your differences. You gotta just accept it. Like, I'm black. Like, what am I gonna, am I gonna argue with God for making me, accept yourself? It's amazing to be different. That's why there are different races, because if it was only one race, the world would be boring. We won't have nothing called culture. And who you are makes you who you are. Who you are is beautiful, and it should be celebrated. So I would just say accept who you are. And guys, it's difficult sometimes for black people, I'm not gonna lie, to not wish to be white, to have life easier. But at the same time, you have to reach the point where you don't care, where it's not even a thought. Just live your life, and once you live your life and you do the right thing, good things will always happen to you. Once you live your life, and sometimes you have bad encounters with the police. You have bad encounters with the mayor's office. You have bad encounters with employers. That's not the end of the world. This is a problem that has been happening since the beginning of time, and it will happen until the end of time. So, end of time as in, let's not get into that, but y'all feel what I'm saying. So let's not dwell on that, but just live life, and you're gonna have way more good experiences than you are gonna have bad experiences. I guarantee you. So just accept who you are and live your life and just have fun. Have fun, be yourself, but be careful, be responsible, do things in a smart manner. Think before you act, don't just act. And yeah, that's my 10 things that I wrote down. There's a lot of others, but these are 10 that could be very beneficial and useful for you. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like the video, comment, subscribe. We need the subscribers. We need to reach 100 subscribers. I want to reach 100 subscribers soon, y'all. Okay, by December we should have a good amount of subscribers on this channel. Okay, because this channel was started in January, so come in January we should have progress. We want to see progress, guys. The other videos are gonna come soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Look out for them soon. I'm gonna try to film some this week, y'all. I work crazy schedules because I got 2 jobs, like I said. So I work day night. Most times I reach home midnight. So I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna squeeze in some recording, and then I gotta edit. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.